Great. Welcome to our next session. Great privilege to introduce Marc Geall. He's a senior executive at SAP, but his current responsibility is the COO of SAP's Data and Analytics Development Organization. And as we've seen throughout a range of previous presentations yesterday and today, it's all about the data to some extent. And so, Marc, I'll just hand over to you. Thank you.
Mike, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Pleasure to be here. As Mike said, I'm part of the SAP leadership team. Current role is supporting about 4,000 developers working on data and analytics development and really delivering the foundation of our product. So what I wanted to do today was maybe spend a few minutes just really outlining how we think about innovation and how we try to turn that innovation into digital transformation opportunities for our customers. As background, and hopefully most of you know this, SAP has a little over 400,000 customers at the moment. We operate across 25 different industries, so a lot of different challenges to try and help solve for customers. And today we have a little over 35,000 developers that are writing, deploying code. So as we think about innovation and bring that to life as product for our customers, it's a significant challenge. So hopefully you can see how we approach this, how we try to sustain innovation for our customers and allow them to continually transform. So in terms of how do we approach this, SAP has just had its 50th birthday. So we've basically operated through multiple technology waves, right? As you know, many of these waves are 10 to 15 years, but each of them provides a different opportunity for us to support customers in new ways, right? So if you think back to the original launch of R2, our mainframe product, right, it was really about how do we capture a business process like order to cash, right? So relatively simplistic, mainframe based, operating for only the very largest of customers. As we moved into the client server era and computing dropped in price, or the cost of computing dropped in price, we were able to expand that. We were able to offer industry capability so that we could differentiate between a pharmaceutical company and an oil and gas company. But more importantly, we could expand the usage within the business, right? So we're able then to do this, not just in the head office, but across all subsidiaries. We then move into the internet era, right? We can start to understand the customer better. We can start to move towards more real-time operations in terms of bringing together multiple business processes, really to drive better business performance and optimization across multiple categories or multiple capabilities, so on and so forth, right? So we're really on a journey with our customers. We leverage the technology trends that are out there, but we like to drive software standardization and ultimately integration across each of these waves, right? So we're fortunate that we've managed multiple waves on behalf of our customers. Each of those waves has provided a different challenge, but also a different opportunity for us to bring standard software to market to help transform and help sustain the transformation of those businesses. So how we apply this and how do we try to make this durable? We apply actually McKinsey's Horizon model. I know that in some corners, this is a little out of vogue at the moment because you can now start to deliver Horizon 3 innovation at the same pace as Horizon 1, but we use it more about applicability, right? So we're looking at continuous innovation in our core product offering. This is what our core development teams do. An example here would be how do we apply AI machine learning to help manage the risk of a supplier, right? So this is something where we will apply innovation, in this case AI machine learning, and we'll apply it to a specific business process or a specific set of capabilities done by our core development team. We then think about Horizon 2 as capabilities that maybe are 2 or 3 years out, but where we need to incubate or really provide an opportunity for a product or even a team to incubate and start to grow. So an example here would be something we've been doing over the last 12 months in the area of business process automation and business process innovation, where we created a team of developers with their own go-to-market capabilities to really incubate business process decomposition, business process insights, so that we could now start to help our customers, redefine and re-engineer core business processes, but do that with a technology offering that wasn't being restricted by the needs of our 400,000 customers, but where we could really focus on those early movers, those early adopters in the market. And that helps us transition between Horizon 1 and Horizon 2 type of capabilities. And then Horizon 3 is where we're looking obviously a little longer term. Example here could be quantum, right? How do we apply quantum to supply chains to really manage distributed supply chains? Here, we will tend to do it through our labs network, where we're looking at, thought leadership and the future vision of our product, but we don't want it to distract from current day development activities. We need to find the path of bringing that back into Horizon 2 and ultimately Horizon 1. And we do that through the interplay and the interaction between the different teams. But we do it in a way where we're coordinating how we bring that innovation to market at the right time, making it applicable to our customers based on the current product needs that they have. The second area or framework that we look at is how do we now do this effectively in a sustainable way, right? How do we do this so that we manage disruptive innovation when it's applicable, as well as sustaining innovation, right? So again, we would tend to incubate disruptive innovations so that we're trying to manage more effectively that innovator's dilemma, allow an opportunity or a technology to evolve and to advance and identify the right use case for it. And here, we would be thinking this at this sort of intersection between that Horizon 2 and Horizon 3. But we also need to run the day-to-day business, enable customers that are, fully invested in SAP, maybe have 50 years of a partnership with SAP, make sure that we continue to drive productivity and improve the performance of their existing products, right? So we apply the Geoffrey Moore sort of zone to win concept in conjunction with Horizon sort of 1, 2, 3 approach that McKinsey formulated back in 2000, 2001 to basically manage the pace of innovation, the pace of investment, and the focus on our core customers. Now, this can vary by line of business, but we try to take a similar approach where applicable. So then how do we manifest that innovation? How do we bring this to bear as a set of capabilities that enable our customers to sustain that transformation, right? So we do that really in 3 areas. The first is just through our core product portfolio. So here, we have a broad set of capabilities, multiple cloud properties that span multiple business processes within the organization. Here, our development teams are working in that sort of Horizon 1/2 mode to sustain and continue to evolve the product. We then work with our new ventures business. So we've got a labs network across 20 different labs across the globe, where we are working on that sort of Horizon 2, Horizon 3 sort of intersection, right? So looking at what the future trends are, how could those future trends be applied to our customer, problems to solve, how do we then bring that back into our mainstream development process? This is the interplay between our development teams and our new venture and technology business units. And then where we need to look a little further out, or where we need to leverage our ecosystem or partner, we then leverage things like SAP.io, where we basically are working with startups, where we're working with founders really to see where there are adjacencies that the partners in our ecosystem can benefit from, but make sure that we then bring that to our customers in a coordinated and integrated way. So, three sets of capabilities: direct development, new ventures and technologies, and then our ecosystem of venture capabilities that we have within the business, right? So bringing that together tends to be an interesting challenge, but one where if we get that right, we're again reinforcing, bringing the right technology advancements to our customers at the right time, right? Our customers don't always want to be early adopters. They sometimes want to be fast followers. So we try to make sure that we're getting that timing right for them as we bring those innovations to the market. So what's our longer term sort of vision, in terms of how we can help our customers transform, right? As we know, the current era is one where there's a lot of business change, a lot of business disruption. We need to ensure that we're supporting our customers to do that. We're looking at this in maybe 4 key areas. This may vary again by industry or by line of business, but it gives you, I think, an understanding of how we want to sustain automation, the use of AI machine learning to enhance our product offering, but ultimately enable our customers to become, more aware, more automated, and ultimately self-evolving, right? So we think of this in terms of how we support the running of their operations. Something like 85–86% of global transactions touch an SAP system, going from the customer touch point through to operations and logistics, right? So how we can automate and drive performance through self-running operations is a key focus. Increasingly, we see ourselves as a network-based business. We've made investments in the past in so-called business network capabilities like Ariba for procurement, where now that ability to drive self-organizing networks, right, managing the logistics and the supply chain challenges that we've had over the last couple of years, understanding where there are breakpoints or bottlenecks in those networks, a key area of focus and an area, I think, of opportunity for us. And over time, how do you bring those 2 things together and ensure that the company's strategy continues to evolve? We understand, where the skills of their employees are, where the opportunities for growth are, helping them to evolve and sustain that strategy, right? So we're bringing that innovation to bear to support that sort of more sort of self-aware, autonomous and evolving business entity. So in terms of what we see today and how we're bringing this together, our current focus is driving sustainability for our customers. Every single one of our customers is thinking about, their carbon footprint, how sustainable they are as a business, how they ensure the right level of diversity across their business. So sustainability and becoming a sustainable business is a key focus, and we believe an opportunity for SAP really to help the world and our customers run better. Clearly, supporting businesses in what has been a disrupted environment with, supply chains broken, with, spiraling costs as it relates to logistics and transportation, right? We have an overview and insights into those end-to-end supply chains for our customers, right? Whether it's their own, direct supply chain, whether it's their broader supply chain through their indirect procurement needs, providing visibility into that, helping them automate and optimize those capabilities is key. And then bringing that together, we believe that we're in a position to support customers, drive business transformation. A lot of our strategy at the moment is around enabling our customers to leverage a stable core, right? A very well-defined and optimized order-to-cash process. But how can I now extend that? How can I now enable a customer to understand that, if 2 different individuals come to a website, one is price sensitive, one is time sensitive, I have to automate and instantiate a different business process, right? Enabling that kind of dynamic process transformation based on customer requirements is a key requirement. And this is what we're bringing together as part of our broader portfolio. The way we do this is leveraging our ecosystem primarily. So we have a platform-based business model where we're enabling our 20,000 partners to innovate on behalf of our customers. We bring that together in an integrated way with our own capability. So effectively, we think of our ecosystem almost as an outsourced R&D as a service offering to drive additional innovation, augmented innovation for our customers. And then we deliver that as a set of industry templates or industry-specific capabilities. Now, that in itself can be challenged, right? If we take a look at, how business models are changing, right? They're not always industry-specific. They could be process model specific, right? I'm more of an asset management business than I am a pharmaceutical company, right? So managing that interplay between industry and business model characteristics is also important for us and important for our customers. But hopefully you see here a framework where we try and match the pace of innovation with our customer requirements, right? So we deliver longer, more durable innovation as standard software through our enterprise portfolio in the middle here. We allow our ecosystem to innovate on a much more agile basis for customers by building, augmented apps or extension use cases to their core business capabilities that they have in our offering. And then we deliver that through, industry supply chains in industry-specific ways across entire business networks, right? So there's really sort of a building block that we like to see here to enable many different customers of different sizes across different industries to benefit, hopefully in a consistent way. So, what does that mean today, or where are we really focusing some of our R&D dollars to support our customers? One is around composability, right? So we really see an opportunity now to move away from, these sort of monoliths with very standard processes to more of a composable business where we enable customers to differentiate themselves, but based on reusing best practice in new ways. As Mike mentioned before, data insights and smart decision-making is key, right? Our entire business is focused on enabling our customers to deliver value from the vast amount of business data that they're capturing, but that data is in context of core business processes, right? So by bringing 2 and 3 together, I think we offer a very differentiated solution in the market. We're then looking at how we can expand the benefit to entire supply chains through these collaborative networks where we can provide insights, data, benchmarking across entire networks. And obviously we want to put human talent to bear in a way that helps our customers meet their social obligations. So these 6 areas are strategically important to us. We're looking at how we apply innovation. We think these are the building blocks for digital transformation for our customers. And with that, hopefully I haven't overrun. Looking forward to the Q&A session in a bit, but hopefully it gives you some insights in terms of how we manage the complexity of our own R&D function, where we have lots of competing priorities, and where we have hundreds of thousands of customers that we need to try and bring that innovation to help them to disrupt, help them innovate, and help them transform on a continuous basis. Mike, back to you.
Great, thank you very much, Mark. Once again, some really fascinating insights there in terms of the management and manipulation of the data. I've always had SAP down as one of these companies that helps other companies enable business transformation due to some of the tools and such that they actually provide at the end of the day. So I need to bring this session to a close. And once again, Mark, thank you very much. Once again, on your feed loop feed, if you click on the next session, where we'll, in a moment, hear from Professor Ben Asveen, and I'll see you there in a moment. Thank you very much.